This should be a fun one. I'm going to teach you guys how to draw Chewie. Here we go. Welcome back. I figured I'd do another Star Wars themed drawing for you guys to keep up with the times. So right now we're doing Chewie. Last time we did BB-8, and we're doing Chewie now. We might do a Stormtrooper. We might do Kylo Ren. We might do Rey. We might do Finn. I don't know. So here we are. I just did a rough outline of how Chewie is gonna be standing. It's gonna be a chibi version, so it's gonna be really, really cute. If you see from the intro. So right now, I'm trying to fill in the head. So I'm trying to figure out like where his fur is going to be. So as you can see, I'm trying to draw around that arm very lightly. So you can see kind of how light I'm sketching. You really want to sketch really lightly for this because you don't really, when it comes to any drawing, you don't really want to sketch, you really want to sketch lightly so you can see what you're doing later on, because you never know when you want to do revisions or anything. So right now, I'm doing around his eyelids. He's going to be kind of like a serious kind of look. That's why his eyebrows or above his eyelid is a little bit kind of like I don't know how to call it. It's like squinting or like I don't know. It's like a serious face going on. Anyways, this is gonna be his nose on top. Let's do a little arc, and then his nose is kind of like a bear kind of thing, because he is kind of like a big, kind of cuddly bear. But in this picture, he's gonna looking kind of cute. Has a little frown going on to make it look like he's kind of like meaning business. Like, oh, I'm gonna go out and get some stormtroopers. Anyways, enough of that. He has like these lines of hair going up his forehead, so that's why I drew that. Now I'm doing like a little chubby arm. He's gonna be holding his little crossbow looking futuristic thing. His arm's a little bent over here. That's why I created like a little divot, as it's covered by my hand, of course. And then I'm fixing the hair a little bit. Gonna do his belt and his pouch over here. I don't know why I didn't move my drawing up, but that's what I'm drawing right now. I'm drawing the pouch. So that's that, and then the pouch is gonna lead to the belt. The belt is going to be halfway covered, unfortunately, because of the hand, the crossbow, and then the other arm, as you can see. But I already mapped it out. As you can see, when I drew really, really lightly, you can see where it stops. Right now, I'm just drawing the leg. Of course, again, I'm not moving the paper up because I'm not looking up at the camera or the viewfinder. Right now, I'm drawing his belly, a little bit of a dashes. I don't know what to call them. I don't know, like zigzags. I don't know, lightning bolts in order to create those like little fur type of things. I could have done one on that little knee right there, but I didn't. So here's the other arm. I need to make the shape of the crossbow. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to visualize it. There's two little balls at the end of the crossbow. I don't know what they're for, but that's what they are. Right now I'm drawing his hand going around. So that's basically his hand that's on the back on his left hand, or his right, we're seeing it from the left-hand side. It's going under the crossbow. And I'm trying to figure out like how have him hold the crossbow. Now the crossbow has to go over his right arm, and then his left arm is kind of like holding the trigger, kind of. So that's that. I'm trying to figure out how to draw that. That's the reason why you got to draw light, right? So I'm trying to figure out what I did in order to like reference this. I can't draw that much of the gun because the gun is covered by his left arm as well. So that's how I draw. So you guys know I do alternate between red colored pencils and green and blue colored pencils. It doesn't matter to me. Sometimes people don't even use colored pencils in order to reference draw, but that's how I do it. And then I go back again. As you guys always know, I always go back with Micron, and we'll see that in a little bit. So right now I'm finishing off the belt. The belt can now be done because I finished the gun and I finished the arm. And I basically finished the entire rough sketch of him. Now I can go on to my final. I have my Pip pen in my hand. I decided not to do Micron for the outline, I don't think, at this point. So right now I'm just going to do some thick lining with the Faber-Castell Pip pen. So I'm doing the eyes, the nose, of course, doing a little bit of highlight. So that's that. Let's see. Oh, I guess I lied. I am doing the Pip pen. I wish I didn't do that. Now that I'm looking back at it for a second time, I really wish I did the Faber-Castell marker the whole entire way to get that like thick look. But it's okay. So right now I'm using a Copic skin tone marker. It's supposed to be for a really dark skin tone, but I'm using it for the hair follicles when it comes to the detail, for the mouth, and then the little grooves to show hair. So as you can see, I'm adding a little bit more here and there because he is furry all over, and it's hard to depict that when it comes to creatures and other things like that, because I don't really draw creatures like this, especially humanoid. Chewbacca is a humanoid, to be honest with you. And you can see how I'm tracing everything with this micron and how it's going to turn out. So as we wait for this thing to finish, I just want to tell you guys something. When it comes to coloring a full color, when it comes to a lot of the same color, say for instance Chewbacca is brown and his pack is brown, his belt is brown, you want to try to find different colors in order to create a variation. You don't want to use the same exact brown for the whole entire picture. You don't want to do that, or else it's going to blend too much. So what I tried to do is I tried to find at least 4 to 5 different browns so I can alternate with them. And then that way it can create more depth and then a little more of a divide in order to create the picture that you want. So as I finish this, it looks like I'm going a little bit quicker, or I sped it up a little bit quicker. I'm almost done, so micron's all done. I need to color right now. So right now, I'm going back with the gray. This is, I think, a 20 or 30% gray. It looks like I found the cool gray for this project. So right now, I'm just covering the gun. The gun's going to be completely grayed out with a 20%, and then I'm going to go back with either 30 or 40% in order to create those shadows. Because there are shadows like right underneath the handle, right where those little balls are under on both sides of the crossbow, and then the crossbow itself. See how it creates a little bit form. It looks more three-dimensional now. I want to do that for the rest of the body. That's what I'm going to do for the 2 to 3 browns I'm about to do. So the belt has a little bit of gray in those little sockets. I don't know what they are. There could be ammunition. It could be just random pouches. I have no idea. But and then the inside of the belt is kind of like this leathery material. That's brown, I believe. I have no idea. Could be some sort of space thing. I don't know. Anyways, this brown right here is another one of those skin tone markers that I've been using. Now right now I'm trying to outline where the highlights are, so I can just leave it white instead of just coloring with a whiteout pen or something like that. And then I'm going to go back with the shadows using the other skin tone marker, which is a little bit darker. Now right here I have a Prismacolor brown marker, and I was kind of scared of using this at first because I haven't used this marker in particular in a long time. These markers are quite old in my collection. They've been like in my closet for about like 5 or 6 years because I really use them. I try to vary my mediums a lot when it comes to my drawings. So I have no idea how well these markers are doing. So these turned out pretty well, as you can see from the beginning of the intro, and then they dry pretty good. As you can see, they blend really well if you go nice and slow. Of course, this is sped up, and you can see it kind of has like these streak marks when it comes to the bottom of the mouth, but it'll start to blend in together as time fades. As you can see, as it's sped up, it's starting to fade a little more, and now it's starting to blend in together. So it is ink. If you guys haven't noticed that by now, marker is ink, and it will blend in if you use a colorless blender or if you just give it time. So that's it. So I finished with the top part. I finished with the arm, but then hopefully I'll go back with a darker marker, such as like a darker brown or like a different tint of brown. As you see, I'm doing it on the face right now because I want to emphasize the dark eyelids he has, because Chewbacca does have these dark eyelids to make him really creepy sometimes. But that's that. So I'm doing the bottom of the arm, the bottom of the belly, the legs. I'm going back along the eyelids to create a little more depth, because you can always go back. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to watch my BB-8 video, here it is. And see you next time.